Hey, it's Annette Bao, and welcome to the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I've been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to learn how millionaires with amazing lives do business, life, and money differently. And now I'm here to provide you practical, easy to implement insights so that you can succeed in your business, your life, and with your money. Let's face it, whether you want to attract more ideal, profitable clients or you want to become financially free, you got to learn how people that are already there, millionaires and successful people, do it. And that's what I'm here to share with you. And today we're diving into how to network like a millionaire. So please click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of new episodes and bonus episodes. Today's class is sponsored by 3 Insider Secrets to Generate Leads. If you need more leads, ideal profitable clients, ideal profitable prospects, this is a must attend free training. You can go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation to access 3 Insider Secrets to Generate Leads. I'll tell you, one of the most critical elements you've got to master if you want to succeed, especially working with profitable, affluent clients, you got to master lead generation. In fact, it's one of the most critical things I learned in my career. Simply go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation and join me for that special master class. All materials, forms, and intellectual property in this course are copywritten by themillionaireseries.com. I'm not here to provide you any investment, financial, tax, any type of financial advice or healthcare advice. You've got to check with your own team of advisors, your own medical professionals. Before beginning any plan, you agree to consult with your own team of advisors and to review your situation. All participants agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless for results achieved or not achieved, and any reproduction of this material is allowed only with written authorization from themillionaireseries.com. All rights and information are reserved. So for today's show notes, you can go to millionaireseries.com/119. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. If you lack the confidence that you need to work with affluent clients or people that have money, I encourage you to download our free resource, the Formula Guide. You can go to millionaireseries.com/MI-formula. Let's face it, one of the most critical elements you've got to work on and you've got to master if you want to work with clients who have money is your confidence. And this guide will teach you the 3 insights you need to know to really take your game up to the next level. So again, millionaireseries.com/MI-formula. So let's dive into how to network like a millionaire. So the first thing you got to do is you got to develop confidence. So you got to get ready, you got to get dressed up, stand tall, sit tall, smile. Today I did my photo shoot. That's why I have so much makeup on and my hair's all done and wearing all my fancy clothes. But I will tell you this much, when you get ready, you feel so much better. So make it a priority to get ready so that you can really feel better and you can feel confident. You can feel like you really have the confidence you need to approach somebody and focus on helping them, making an impact on their life. The first step in building confidence is you got to know your ideal client. You know, when you speak on a topic that you're an expert on, you have 1,000 times more confidence, right? If I go and speak in front of a group, it doesn't matter how many people, it could be 1,000 people. If it's a topic I know, I have complete confidence. If I'm going in and I have no idea what I'm talking about, I'd be really nervous. So we've got to really be clear on who we're speaking to, because the same thing goes for our clients. If we're talking to somebody we know or somebody we really know everything about, we may even know more than they know about themselves, you're going to be more confident. In fact, I used to joke in my career that I know more about my ideal client than they know about themselves, because I had spent so much time working with them, specifically affluent women. That's where you've got to get. And then you have the confidence and you know where they need help and how you can help them. You just feel certain of your ability to impact their lives, and that shows through on the other side. They see that and they may not even know what it is, but they know they want part of it. They want to work with you. They love what you're doing and they want to be your client. That's so powerful. You want to be focused on your prospects. What are their issues? What do they worry about? What keeps them up at night? What are they concerned about? How can you impact their life? When we put the focus on that person, everything changes. Like if I'm sitting here, I'm all focused on me and, oh, how do I look? What do I want? How do I feel? And I'm not focused on you, it comes through. And when I start focusing on you, saying, am I making impact? How can I make your life better? And the focus is out there on you to help you, everything changes, my friends, everything. So if you need more help building your confidence, you can go to millionaireseries.com/110, special training. If you need help with your worth barometer, this is your beliefs and your self-esteem, because sometimes we don't feel we're enough. And that is a big problem, because if we don't feel we're enough, we can't have the confidence we need to succeed. You can go to millionaireseries.com/105 on how to elevate your worth barometer. Number 2, you've got to seek answers. You got to master the art of asking fabulous questions. I'll never forget it. I was early in my career, and I was talking with a woman who was getting a divorce, and she said, she was a psychologist of all things, and she goes, "You ask fabulous questions." And I was like, yes, because that's what we want to do. The most successful person in a conversation is going to be asking the best questions. So master your ability to ask questions and your ability to listen. It'll pay you back tenfold. The key is to be more interested in the answer and the response than on your ability to reply. See, most of us are thinking, like, somebody says something, well, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And you're not even listening to what they say. Just be completely immersed in the conversation, not trying to sell them, not trying to do anything, but saying, how can I help you? How can I impact your life? Where would I move the bar the most in your situation? The most successful people get this, and they are always focused on learning that information, getting it out of you, getting it so that they're the ones that know the most information. And this is one other thing that I've seen in my entire career, and this is something that even happens to me. If you're not conscious, it'll happen to you every time. So you're in a conversation, you know this person's affluent, you know they're successful, you ask them a question, so tell me about, how did you get into your career? Tell me about what brought you here. Why are you at this fundraiser? And you're talking to them, and the next thing you know, you'll find that they've turned the conversation back and they've asked you questions about you. So tell me about you. And you're starting to talk about yourself. And you're like, wait a minute. This is not how it's supposed to be. You've got to be really good, my friends, because the most successful person in the dialogue will be asking the most questions. You want to be asking the most questions so you can learn everything you can. Then when they ask you a question, you're in a much better position to respond. And this is going to help you whether you want to become financially free or whether you want to serve people who are affluent and have money. You've got to be the one that's really seeking out information so that you can determine what are the commonalities. How can I relate to this person? One of the biggest challenges we have right now with everything that's going on, people are so much more concerned about getting heard than they are about understanding where the person's coming from. I guarantee you, and I know this because I do so much research, that if you draw 2 circles and you say somebody's over here and somebody's here, the vast majority of where we are, we overlap right in the middle. And the problem is people are spending way too much time on the fringes. And that's how we have to do when we network. We've got to focus on where is the commonality. Where can I relate to this person? How can I provide value? Successful people do that, and that's what millionaires do. And that's one thing that I would find in my career. Some of my clients early on, they would be asking me so many questions, and I'm just answering them, answering where I grew up, what I did, everything about me. And it wasn't until I really started paying attention and saying, oh my gosh, there's no wonder these people are so successful and so on target. It's because they're taking the time to really find out the information they need. Now, did they need to know about me? No, I was serving them. But that's what successful people do. And it's so hardwired in their DNA, they do it even when they don't need to. And part of it is, one of the things I always hear from them is, I'm just fascinated by people. I'm fascinated how they think. I'm fascinated by their behaviors. I'm fascinated by all aspects of them. I love to learn information about them. And by learning information and being the one asking the question, you're talking less, you're learning more, you are in control of the conversation and you're in control of where you're going with the conversation. That's something too, that a lot of them, the reason they're so successful is they're master negotiators. You'd be in a major negotiation and they're the ones listening, they're the ones asking questions, and the other person, and before you know it, they know everything. They know why the person needs to sell their piece of real estate, they know why the person's moving, and they know the angle. Now, I'm saying be authentic, be respectful, don't try to do something manipulative, but it is so powerful to be the one asking the question and then directing the conversation. So that's number 2. One of the critical things when you are in a conversation is to make sure and understand what they're saying and even clarify it. Now, if you've ever listened to anyone that's a marriage counselor or you've been married, I'm going on 24 years, it's hard to believe, but one thing you learn early on is how important communication is. And it's not important about how you respond, but that you clarify and understand where that person's coming from. I think as Stephen Covey said, seek first to understand before being understood. And the same goes when it comes to working with affluent clients and having the confidence and networking properly is understand where they're coming from. Understand if they have a view that is like, seems crazy to you. Where did they get it? How do they develop it? So especially if you're talking to somebody and say, for instance, you don't have the same opinion, take the time to ask them. Find out where they got that opinion. Where did that come from? You're going to find fascinating things. And what you're going to also find is that you're going to be a lot less judgmental, you're going to be a lot more connected, and you're going to have a lot better results. So this is the formula successful people use. They get asked a question, they'll answer it, and then they turn it into a question for you. So what I want you to do is practice that. Now, you might be the one asking the question, but if they're really good, they're going to get asked a question, they're going to answer it, and they're going to turn it right back to you. So you've got to be aware, whether you're asking the question or they are, people that are really good at this are going to be really smooth that before you know it, you're sitting there answering questions. And we all love to talk about ourselves, right? I mean, the favorite thing. But that does not get us where we want to go. And when it comes to networking, especially growing our clients or connections so that we can get where we want to in our business, our life, our money, we've got to be really conscious and really present. All right, number 3, you've got to follow up. You know, most people are so eager to give out their business card, right? And I had my business card, I had my picture on it, and then I started noticing that none of my millionaire clients had business cards. And I'm like, And it wasn't like any of them really said anything, but what I realized is that the person that has the information on the prospect is the one who's going to control where that relationship goes. And so what I saw over and over again is, no, I don't have a business card. Why don't you give me your information? I'll follow up with you. And then you can have your assistant follow up, or you can. But see, most of us are so eager to give out our information. Now, one of the things that I find fascinating, just because I've spoken at so many major conventions, and there's always a convention hall where everyone's trying to give you all their literature. Talk to a janitor. He said, cannot imagine what I find in the garbage. Just pounds of material that's been given out. Most people, especially when they're getting tons of it, it's the worst thing you could do. You'd be a lot better off getting their information, following up with them. Are they interested? What can you send them? And then sending it to them as compared to giving it to them. So one of the things I always do, I'm sorry, I don't have a business card. Let me get your information. All right, get it. Now, if you can schedule a time to talk, right there, do it. Because what will happen is it's better to be on the schedule and then have to reschedule it, because what you'll find with their assistant is that their assistant's number one job is to get you scheduled and off her plate. So if he has to reschedule it, she's going to make it a priority to get you on the books so she can get off that and onto something else. Very powerful, very important. So one of the other critical elements I've seen over and over again is most successful advisors, consultants, and entrepreneurs have mastered follow-up, and they always make more money than their peers. In fact, one of the things I attribute to my own success is my ability to follow up. I wasn't the smartest or most technical financial advisor. I wasn't the best looking. I wasn't the most charismatic, but what I was really good at is follow up and really caring about my clients, like really being concerned about where they are and how I could help them get to where they wanted to be. And I'll tell you, my friends, that is the formula for success. And when you can show that, especially when you're networking, not just that you're meeting them when you're networking and saying, oh, it's so great to meet you, and then they never hear from you, but where you really follow up and you stay in touch with them and you see how you can provide value. You connect with them over on LinkedIn or on the different social media platforms. So powerful, so effective. All right, so let's recap. Number 1, you've got to improve your confidence. Confidence is so critical, and just start. Get ready, show up, smile, work on your worth barometer. The rest is history. 2, you've got to master the art of asking fabulous questions and seeking the answer, wanting to know the information. And then you've got to follow up. Follow up like the super successful. If you master follow up, you're going to be 10 times more successful than you'll ever be if you don't. So take the time to master follow up. You need a good CRM, one that reminds you when to follow up with someone, and then just make it part of those daily power hours. MillionaireSeries.com/103 dives deep into power hours, but power hours when you're making your warm calls, you're doing those activities that are really going to move the bar forward. So please click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of future episodes. If you want more ideal affluent clients, you can access our free resource, the Affluent Women and Couples Masterclass. Just go to millionaireseries.com/affluent. One of the most critical elements you've got to understand when you take your business or your life or your money to the next level is you've got to upgrade what you're doing, whether it's who you're working with or whether it is becoming more astute when it comes to your money. And by learning more about the affluent is going to dramatically improve your odds and speed up the process. This is a must-attend masterclass. Simply go to millionaireseries.com/affluent to access it. So for today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/119. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. And again, if you lack the confidence or your worth barometer isn't where it needs to be, please access the free resource formula guide. You can go to millionaireseries.com/MI-formula. I searched my entire life to learn what is the secret to success. And the first thing I learned is that everything in life has a formula. There's a formula to achieve your desired result. There's a formula to fail. There's a formula to be a millionaire that's got an amazing life, another one to be bankrupt. Everything has a formula. This guide is going to teach you what you need to do so that you not only can network better, but you can succeed in really any area of your life. Again, millionaireseries.com/MI-formula. So I want to thank you so much for attending How to Network Like a Millionaire. You have it. It's not that difficult. I wanted to give you just a couple insights and tools because we're approaching the holidays, and even if you're doing virtual events, which a lot of people are, these strategies and these insights will still help you, because what you'll find is a lot of the people that are on there, you connect with them afterwards, you're going to still be able to have a conversation. And it's a lot easier to say, oh, we were both at this event, whether it's virtual or in person, and you'll be able to connect with them. Oh yeah, because now you have that common ground. One of the things that I found a lot of times people do is, they don't know the person and then they're making a cold call, and it's kind of like running fingernails down a chalkboard. If you just take the time to learn about them, to meet them somewhere where you have some common interest, any common interest, it's going to dramatically improve your odds of even having a conversation, and more importantly, the odds of what's going to happen afterwards. So that, my friends, is a game changer. So I look so forward to hearing your success stories. Please make sure and go down and comment and let me know how it's working out. So thank you so much for attending. It's Annette Bau, host of the Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved. So I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Bye now.